football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Virginia Cavaliers and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So NC State's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The keeper on the option. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. They've been preaching to their team, you've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
The Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. Trying to get the corner. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Eli Holstein to throw. Fires to the middle. And to force that one.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Hits inside. It's Lewis. Might have a chance. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
3rd and long, I'm thinking bring in extra DBs, play for the pass, rush the passer, and this offense flips the script, runs the football right at him. Nice job by this offense catching him off guard, making the big play, getting the first down with the run.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Let's take a minute here and think about Virginia. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Now here's Holstein. He's got it and still on his feet. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
You've got to be excited if you're a fan of this team. What you've seen on this opening drive, they look locked in, all 11 guys on the same page. This has been a beautiful opening drive. Really nice tempo, phenomenal execution, whether it's been running or throwing like you saw right there. And here they are now, down in close to the red zone, but the head coach is loving what he's seeing out of his team early.
They'll give it to the transfer, 1st carry of the season. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Virginia. Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Straight ahead, it's Scott. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Scanning the field, it's Bailey. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Running a screen on an early down, you might think you'd really catch them trying to be aggressive in a pass rush or something, but the defense had the answer that time.
Yeah, and the offense has to do a better job selling that. A lot of times when you run a screen, I need to buy time, right? I need to give that pass rush the ability to rush up the field, sneak a little bit behind them, and then dump it off. They might have rushed that a little bit on that play.
Completes it in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Wants to throw on 1st. Fires to the tight end. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Making the adjustment on the play. From the gun, it's Scott. Pulled down there, but they'll gets a first down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Holstein. Out wide right, it's Gibson.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. Holstein trying to be heard above the fray. Got his man. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Man, it is such a weapon to have running backs that can not only run the football, but can catch it as well. And a nice job there, David, finding the matchup one-on-one with a linebacker, a little angle route to get the first down.
Yeah, and those angle routes are hard to defend because the running back looks like he's going out first. So when I'm a linebacker, I'm like, oh, crap, I got to catch him. And then he breaks in really quickly. And
snags it, and he's open. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand, they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Here's Holstein to throw. Still looking to his right. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Cavaliers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Throwing, Holstein. Right side, it's Gibson. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The Cavaliers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing second down and goal.
Rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Holstein to the air again. He's got him in the flat. He's going for the goal line. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. A designed run for the quarterback. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Throws it off the RPO. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
Had to throw it before he wanted.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Bailey. Back's got it on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
NC State has to come up with a big play here on third down. Lost to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball fast. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Eli Holstein to throw. Good coverage to knock that pass away.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Now here's Holstein. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And the Cavaliers decide to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now it's a fumble. Offense scoops it up and still going. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll line up for a second down play. Quick give. It's Scott. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
You know, strong safeties are known for their ability stopping the run. Not so much in pass coverage or in rushing the passer, but that strong safety there showing you all of his ability.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Set and ready to get this drive underway. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. A quick pass to the left. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Cavaliers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Holstein. Rush right in his face. Out wide right, it's Lewis. Off and running. The 10. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Still on his feet. He's running free down the middle. Past the 20. And he scored! Touchdown, NC State! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for room, it's Lewis. Nowhere to go.
And a lot of times they'll fit up front. You know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Here's Holstein to throw. Buying time to his right. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Trying to help keep them there. Holstein trying to be heard about the fray. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On the move from inside his 40. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got to touch. Makes a grab and room to run. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
A nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make...
looking for the end zone. Touchdown! And they add 6 more to more of that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got his man downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Working the ground game. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football and move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now, down here in the red zone on third down. I'm not so sure they won't run it again.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Virginia!
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Got it down the field. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Wolfpack. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing, Holstein. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Driven back.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end, covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. Now here's Holstein. Flip it out to the back on the screen. There he goes. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Holstein. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And here comes the offense on second down. Eli Holstein to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They've got him corralled. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Holstein trying to be heard about the fray. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Cavaliers will try to pick it up on fourth down. Holstein to throw for it on fourth. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
I know one thing, the play didn't result in a good outcome, but I'm very impressed with the offensive line. Unbelievable job. Gave the quarterback plenty of time. Now let's see if they can adjust with the receivers running routes and maybe get somebody open.
Again, Holstein. Lucky to get it off.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. Caught. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. And the Cavaliers want to move quickly. Holstein unleashes to the end zone. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Back to throw, it's Holstein. Got his man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Holstein from the gun on 3rd down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
They've converted on 4th down once, but here's the big one. 4th and goal. 4th down, Holstein. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Put 6 on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Bringing it back. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Bailey. Spits it out to the back. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Buckeyes who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Well, and they got the completion there, and it didn't go very far, but the big fella with a nice catch.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Here we go. Ready.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Out wide left, it's Snow. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing. Big man has it, it's a first down and more. And a sure tackle after the completion, and he stopped short.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Bunch formation for these receivers. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Right at the line. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Working the middle, it's complete. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there, because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss, and with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Throws for the tight end. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. Turns upfield. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. Just give up on the play.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Here's Holstein to throw. Look out! Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Setting up the screen. And he's going to come up just a tad short. Needed to get the ball to the 35, and they'll mark it at the 34. Holstein to throw for it on fourth. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And that one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. And you can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. Unit on the field. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he added the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Right side, it's Scott. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Left side, it's Scott. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. NC State quick to the line. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. They'll run the screen. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Wants to throw again. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to run it. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big 3rd down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end now in motion. Running inside. It's Lewis. Got enough for the first down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. He'll take it himself. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Hands it off. Looking for a crease. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to believe the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And it's a deadlock here in the third quarter after the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From their own 25-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got the quick completion. Crosses the 45. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So first down will open up the final period. The run inside. It's Lewis. He's got enough. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man.
First down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Out wide left, it's Cox. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
But the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Last completion, picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Trying to establish the run. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do there.
Fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third and long coming up. Throwing, Holstein. Rolls right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Left side is Flores. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Hits inside, it's Lewis. Trucks through the defender. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. It's in the tight end in motion. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback keep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Straight ahead, it's Lewis. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia! They move on top here in the 4th. On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Finds the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Going for it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge...
Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. And they take it in for 6 more points. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Out wide right, it's Lewis. Running through contact. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Cavaliers have this offense rolling. Wide receiver comes in motion. Down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Cavaliers will have it 1st and 10. On the move. hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Eli Holstein to throw. Shoots it to the left. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so in the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy. But you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Ready? 2-22.
Might as well run him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. Out wide left, it's Jackson. He goes out of bounds across the 15 at the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Got his man out of the backfield. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Timeout on the field. The Cavaliers have taken their final timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Snags a quick pass on the left. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Holstein. Left side is Cox. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. Timeout called by NC State. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Lewis. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
Well, they're running the football over to the right-hand side, and obviously that's where the kicker wants this thing. He told his head coach, get me on the right hash. I can draw this thing on the kick. It's the angle I want to go and win this game.
Right back to it. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. Here's Holstein to throw. And a sack all the way back at the 5. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
We'll get it started here in overtime. Holds and fires complete to the right. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Gives it. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Scott. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Needed to stay alive, and it's good. They take the lead in the first possession of overtime, and now the defense will have to stand tall.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. Throwing, Holstein. They're all over him. And as he throws, out of the backfield, he's open. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. And so after the scintillating return, just don't mess it up. You've got to cash this in for a score. He got it in! A walk-off touchdown in overtime!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck. And you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.